Believe it or not, you can indeed lose fat on a bulk. Confused? Then watch the rest of this video. So if you are a skinny fat individual looking to change their body, you know by now that the common advice by mostly everyone, including myself, is to go on a cut while getting insufficient protein and also progressive overload. But what if I told you that wasn't the only way to overcome skinny fat? Bear in mind, the overall goal is a body recomposition, and doing a cut is not the only way to do so. Sure, it is the quickest way and, in my opinion, the most effective way, but there are two other ways to do so. And in this video, we're going to go over how to do that on a bulk. I will also be providing a bulking recipe at the end of this video too that you guys can use to overcome skinny fat with a bulk. If you're looking to overcome skinny fat while on a bulk and with the best chance of putting on muscle, what you have to do is find out what your maintenance calories is, either by going on tdeecalculator.net or fucking around and finding out. You find out what that number is and add around 1 to 200 to that number. No more than that. When we call this a lean bulk. And why do you want to do it lean exactly? Now, you might be asking, why can't I do a traditional bulk or a dirty bulk? Listen, if you do a dirty bulk or a regular bulk and you're already skinny fat, you're just gonna turn fat. To understand why this works, look at it as a ratio. If you go on a lean bulk versus a dirty bulk or a regular bulk, the ratio of lean mass you are putting on compared to fat, you are putting on a much higher ratio of lean mass to fat mass. Let's just say, for example, you are building muscle at a rate of 1.75 to 1 ratio of lean mass to fat mass. That is a significant amount of lean mass you are putting on in comparison to fat mass. And you're not technically losing fat, but your body fat percentage overall is going down. Would I recommend this approach to everybody who's skinny fat? No. I always go by starting out your journey on a cut first, and that's solely because the skinny fat appetite is voracious. Most people who are skinny fat and try to go on a bulk end up overeating. And also, it just makes things a lot harder. The easiest way to overcome skinny fat is to go on a slight cut. However, if you're really scared that you are going to lose muscle that you don't have in the first place anyways, bulking is always an option too. Now, who would respond the best to a bulk on skinny fat? Usually gym newbies, people who have not touched the weight and are primed to get newbie gains, because you are so hyper responsive to any kind of resistance training that you are going to gain an insane amount of lean mass in comparison to fat mass, just because your body overall is super hyper responsive in the first place. In terms of the training, you follow the same exact training plan as I mentioned in my last video about skinny fat. Progressive overload, and I'll give you guys a training plan right now on this screen because I don't feel like saying all of it out loud. Hi, I lied. I decided I would explain briefly anyways. You see all these rep ranges. Let's just take, for example, tricep kickbacks. Take the weight you can do for 8 reps first, work your way up until 12 reps, and then change the weight. Move up by about 5 pounds or so. That's what progressive overload actually is. Now, to learn more about reverse pyramid, watch my last video. If you want to learn more about how you should train on skinny fat, watch my last video on skinny fat. But now that's all said and done, let's get to a bulking recipe. Alright, we are back in Mij's kitchen, where I like to keep things simple and stupid. Why is that? Because you guys are watching. No, I'm kidding.
And at this moment, I realized I fucked up. You'll see why later.
I'm kidding. Last time we made brown stuff with white stuff on it, and now in interest of completing the whole color wheel, we're going to be making yellow stuff. Can you guess what it is? Anabolic mac and cheese, but bulking style. Now I myself have already taken the liberty of doing so, but you're going to want to put in about 112 grams of protein elbow macaroni by Berea. Per serving, you're looking at 180 calories and 10 grams of protein, and that stuff is very filling. You cannot go wrong with it at all. Anyways, next up, because this is a bulking recipe, we're going to be putting in Fairlife milk. Brought out the food scale for this one.
Oh, and by the way, this is where I fucked up. But in the interest of keeping the flow of this video, I'm going to show that at the end of the video. So stay till the end if you want to see something really funny.
Okay, so I'm a dumbass who forgot how a cake pan worked. Forgot there was a little hole in it. So I transferred everything into this pink pan. Now, whilst this is in here, you also want to grab salt. I use pink Himalayan salt. Black pepper, if it'll focus, it's not gonna focus on it. Black pepper. And garlic. Put black pepper on as much as you really want. Small dash of salt on it. Really spam the garlic because it'll taste really good with this. Oh shit, not that much. That's fine. because I like giving my mouth a little adventure with both men and spices. For the record, I'm not gay. Anyways, once you have everything seasoned here, you're gonna take this, put it in your oven that should have already been preheated to 400 degrees, and you're gonna wanna let it sit there for 10 minutes. Now, while that's in the oven for 10 minutes, we're gonna make our cheese blend. You're gonna think this is really weird because it kinda is, but I actually like to mix cheddar along with mozzarella. I'm doing both 2%, it's more bubbly, and because this is a bulking recipe, we're gonna want more calories anyway. So, I'm going to go with 84 grams of the cheddar and 56 grams of the mozzarella. To make a cheese blend, you just put both in and start going like this with your hands. And if you want extra bubbliness to it, you can always spray it down. Any cooking oil, I like to do avocado oil spray. I'm doing 84 of 2% cheddar. $93, fuck. 84, let's go, okay. Make sure you tear it up before you add in the mozzarella, otherwise your measurements will be off. And again, like I said, just mix it in your hands. And again, I like to spray it down with avocado oil, preferred go-to. I'll always like to incorporate white stuff into any routine, whether that's in bed or in the kitchen. I got a bunch of yellow stuff mixed with some white stuff because we like diversity, right? Now as you'll see here, this is what it looks like after 10 minutes in the oven. The noodles have already started to cook, just because you're cooking it in with the milk. But this is now where it gets fun. We put in our cheese blend. Now in the interest of not burning my scale, I weighed out in a bowl about 30 grams of panko breadcrumbs. But before we do that, you want to distribute that shit evenly. And the cheese will indeed start to melt in the in this mixture regardless. I said evenly and it's like not even covering any of the corners. Anyway, now take your fuck ups like I have here and just stir it through until it's even. And you really want to make it even. Take your panko, spread it on top, also evenly. Why am I adding panko? It makes it taste amazing and it gives it that crispiness to it as well. And as you guys know, a crispy mac and cheese is really hard to beat. Really hard to beat. Okay, that's good enough. Take this in and put it again for another 10 minutes. You can go jerk off or something or get a quick pump in or flex. Okay, so it has been 10 minutes and you might be wondering where on planet Earth this scrambled egg came from. And to even further confuse you guys, I'm currently making protein ice cream. The total macros come out to 1,119 calories and 86 grams of protein. And it doesn't look like a lot at first, but once you actually eat it, you will be stuffed because we have a balance of protein, carbs, and a lot of fat. Hope you all enjoyed watching that. I hope you all found that pretty informative and also pretty funny. One of my dear best friends, Max, is launching Lucid Physique, a website where we offer you training plans if you're looking to lose fat and build muscle this summer. If you're looking to change your life, not be a fat sack of shit, sign up right now. You won't regret it.